Hey guys, welcome to Abby's Auras, or welcome back if you've been here before. Please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Okay, so today's video is something that I learnt recently and kind of changed my view on things a little bit, and I just wanted to share with you guys so you kind of can be less harsh on yourself, just like I'm going to be from now on. So basically it's about when I was in a negative mood and a negative mind frame, and I wasn't doing my mental diet, I wasn't really keeping on top of my thoughts and whether they were positive or not. If I'm in one of them having one of them days, I'm kind of really harsh on myself and I just get annoyed with myself, which probably makes it worse. Because I always just think like, I know that I'm manifesting this into my future now and I'm just making it worse. So like, I'm quite critical on myself that I don't snap out and I'm not constantly positive. So basically I just learned something recently and it made me think of it in a different way, and it made me feel like less harsh on myself when I'm having one of them days. It's still very important to keep our energy as high as possible, because the higher our energy is and the happier and more positive we are, and the more positive thoughts we put out there, it's more natural to manifest positive into our life. But basically when I was learning off Master, he basically said something and I was just like, oh, okay, I have never thought of it in that way, and he was right. So basically he just said about how negative and positive are just natural things in this world. So negative comes alongside positive and vice versa. You have to have both in this world to exist. So it just is all a balance game, and don't worry about when you're having these negative moments, because your natural state is positivity and you're always trying to put out positive into the world. So that one negative moment is not going to ruin your life. I got hiccups. So he basically just said, he was like, so when we are, he described it as when you're in a hospital bed and you have the machine on and it goes up and down like this is just the way he described it. He said if it's flatlined and you're not feeling anything and your emotion is just the same, then you're basically dead and you're not living anymore. And he said it's the same type of thing with positive and negative energy. You have to like experience negative to learn, and you have to just keep growing. So you're constantly going up and down. Maybe when you get to a higher state you kind of can go up like this, but you're still going up and down. But he said like, just remember the situation you're in now, when the higher you are, the like further you can drop. So just be grateful for being up here and being so high, because once upon a time you was down here. So it made me think, he was like, people are in like a few grand's debt and they think it's the end of the world. But he was like, when millionaires are in debt, then they don't, when billionaires are in debt, they don't just refrain. When billionaires lose like money in stocks, they don't just lose like 2 or 3 grand, you lose millions. And that made me think like, even if we're in these negative times, we're not exactly where we need to be financially, then there's always someone else that is in a negative situation too. So we just kind of need to get out of the mind frame of like, this is who I am and I'm going to be like this forever, because it's not true. People have been homeless and broke and then gone and been completely rich. So you just need to choose to see that change is constant. Everything is constantly changing, so you don't ever have to stay in the situation you're in. Rude. So basically he was like, you know, use that as a positive. Change is constant. It's the only constant thing in the world. It's constant. It has to keep going. It has to keep. It's just, I would say that not the only, because energy is constant as well. Like you can't destroy or make energy. So change is the same, and we have to keep. Change keeps happening in our life. We constantly are growing until we die. So basically, just see yourself now. It's never always going to be like this. Even if you're so well off, change is constant. You can either get so much better or so much worse. So just take every moment and be so grateful for it. And also, in my little thoughts, like once I hear a little thing, it kind of escalates for me, and it's like, right, okay, what about this? And what about this? So it made me think about when I'm manifesting. It's like, so if something came into my life, what have I manifested that was negative, and what was in my kind of life plan that everyone talks about? So I've heard people talk about, well, I chose the body I was going to come into, I chose my family, and I chose certain things that were going to happen to me to make me experience things and learn in this lifetime. Everything else in between we manifest. And I was like, right, okay, so if I'm in a negative situation, then how am I meant to know if I've manifested this or not, and how am I meant to know what to change? So I was thinking about this for so long, but then I come to the realization that, do you know what? Who cares? Like, who cares what you've manifested? Don't be sat there thinking about whatever this negative thing that you've manifested. Don't be sat there and thinking about the problem. Be solution focused, fix the problem, get on with it, move on. Don't just stay in the negative moment because you're trying to figure everything out, because sometimes that can hold us back in that negative moment, rather than using that negative moment to be like, right, okay, what are you going to teach me from this situation? How can I learn? And then it will push you into the next stages of awakening or spirituality or self-growth, and therefore you're learning, you're expanding. And I was just, it was such a mind-blowing day, because it made me realize how different things have unfolded in my life. When I look back, if I had not focused the negative situations, if I had not focused on it for so long, I wouldn't have stayed there for so long, and I would have already been in this position I am now so much quicker. But I needed to see and experience that to know that that's not the right way to do it, and next time I can handle it a different way. So I'm not going to keep rambling on, but I just wanted to share with you guys my take on that, because I know if it's helped me, it's going to help someone else. And just remember, whatever situation you're in, change is constant. So we're constantly growing and learning from things. So take whatever situation you're in to your advantage. Learn from it, see what messages you can get, and move on. Be solution focused, move on, be grateful for everything, and never take anything for granted. I've just been planning a lot of business stuff recently, and then we've literally just been told we're going on kind of like an emergency lockdown tonight, and I could be then upset because I can't spend Christmas with our family, or I can be like, no, this is never going to happen again. I'm going to be solution focused, and I'm going to look forward to spending Christmas with my amazing children and be excited and make it magical, because we're never going to have this situation again, so we may as well learn and make the most of it. So I'm making daily videos now as much as I can. I'm telling you, so I hold myself accountable. And I'm looking forward to growing with you guys and taking you on my journey with me, because I want to kind of show you guys into my life a little bit, so you understand that not everyone is not everyone's the same, and that's completely okay. I used to be really harsh on myself about certain things, but now I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm gonna share with you guys more, and then hopefully you can give me tips, I can give you tips, we can grow together. So see you tomorrow.